And welcome back to Yokai Watch, played by the SpiffyNeedleGeeks. It's Brawl Fan 1, Supersonic 407, and RoushutsuRises. Who's ready for a lot more biographies?
I am.
You fucking nerds. Anyways.
As long as it doesn't involve more fish with knives.
Okay.
Also,
anyway,
you're referring to,
Anyway,
sushi.
meet, nerd.
I get it.
Oh, okay.
Nerd is a rank B yokai from the Shady Tribe. He's a bulky, fast spirit attacker. Nerd literally just turns people into bookworms. He just makes
So we went
read.
from weeaboo to nerd.
Yep.
A book nerd. A bookworm.
Nerd nonetheless.
So this is kind of an example of, where of a yokai where it's obviously a recolor of a previous yokai, but
Yeah.
its power has more to do with its appearance. Because Tengloom obviously is a yokai that also has a book in his hand all the time. And here we have Nerd, it's just a recolor of that, but its power literally emphasizes that book. So there are a couple of yokai that are like that, where they have like their recolors with different powers completely, but their powers have more to do with their appearance than what they were recolored after. So
Kind of makes you question that. It's like, I get if you want to have a yokai that's all about, that like it encourages people to read or, become bookworms and everything. I get that, but now it's like, when you bring that up, it kind of begs the question, why base it off of Tengu? Tengloom being based off of the Japanese monster Tengu, I get, but why a Tengu here?
I'd say for the pun, because its name is Nerd, so it's like a nerdy bird. For the sake of it being a bird, but that's an English pun. The original reason for what it was in Japan, you got me there.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, I guess, or hey, maybe this is just something that ended up getting lost in translation or something. Like, maybe it's something completely different in Japan.
I don't think it's completely different. I know, for the most part, from what I've seen, especially from the anime, all the yokai, their powers are the same, no matter what. Which is why I applaud these English translators for coming up with these puns that are just so brilliant. You think it's like the Japanese thought of them ahead of time.
Nerd.
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 The word that my girlfriend and I call each other on a daily basis.
Aw.
You're a nerd, Lindsay.
I love you too, nerd.
That's literally what we'll say to each other now. Anyway, so the next new yokai can only be found here by the Nocturne Hospital at night. And this is again, you may recognize this shape. Not a gold medal rare yokai, but it is a yokai that's very hard to find. Like, this yokai will appear, it's so hard for this yokai to appear. Meet Confuse. Confuse is a rank B yokai from the Slippery Tribe. It is a bulky spirit attacker. I'm pretty sure the powers are obvious based on its name.
Oh, it just makes people confused.
Yep, he just makes people confused about whatever it is they're doing at the time, or they just they get confused about what they're supposed to do, things like that. Pretty much.
Oh, so now I know which yokai to blame whenever I get confused about certain plot elements in a plot of a game that I never even played before.
You know what?
Great.
Now I just imagine that Confuse just comes with every single copy of Kingdom Hearts. Here's your copy of Kingdom Hearts, and as a free bonus, have a Confuse.
That would explain an awful lot about Kingdom Hearts nowadays. Or if it's at least not, or it's like, if it doesn't come packaged with the disc, then I'm pretty sure, if anything, it's because we got people, like, maybe that's, that it's developed by Confuse.
Meanwhile, my girlfriend seems to have murdered her Confuse because she understands the series and all of its plot elements perfectly fine because she's a nerd.
Maybe Tetsuyo Nomura is a confused.
Chaz, like I said, this is alright. This yokai is probably why I get confused about certain parts of the story during previous SNG playthroughs, and I'm like, you motherfucker. Yeah.
Oh well, he's dead.
and now you just murdered our confuse.
So now we're confused no more, right?
Oh no, he'll be back. He always does.
Yeah, he's about to walk up to me.
Oh god.
I know this for a fact because we have to befriend him.
No.
So how long did it take for you to get this guy?
Actually, as you saw there, first try.
Damn.
Confused.
Alrighty then. So anyway, the next new... Oh, well, actually, first of all, so now is where we finally reach a new area. This is Breezy Hills, the rich side of Springdale. You know, all that upper class. So this is actually where Eddie's house. This is actually where Eddie's house is. Eddie belongs to a rich family. So this area opened up with this chapter. So of course, with a new area comes new yokai. Starting off with this familiar-looking bug. He may look a tad bit familiar to you. Meet Kateable.
Oh yeah, now I recognize the guy.
Yep, Kateable is of course Kaiden's evolution. Kateable is a rank C yokai from the Charming tribe. It's a fast a fast physical attacker, not a spirit attacker, a physical attacker. So Kateable, as you may remember, Kaiden, you know, let me quickly refresh your memory, since Kaiden was literally the very first yokai we ever covered. You know, Kaiden makes people skittish, you know, likely to run away. Kateable, though, you know, he's a much more honed warrior. He successfully has mastered his Senkata Denjutsu and such like that. Unfortunately, for the fact that Senkata Jutsu is a completely worthless martial art, he's still more prone to run away than anything else. You know, come to think of it, is Kateable the one? Is Kateable the reason why we have Dan Hibiki?
You know what? I was literally thinking of. I was just thinking the same thing. I just could not remember the guy's name. It's like, yes, I could definitely see this yokai being relatable to Dan.
Maybe he's the one possessing Dan. That's why Dan sucks at everything.
It's the reason why Dan created that useless martial art.
Hateable!
Oh my god.
What was it even called again? The Psychio Arts? God.
Yeah, the Psychio Arts, yes.
See, now I don't know shit about Street Fighter.
Sadly,
to be fair, Danny, we only know this because of Death Battle, so.
Yeah, I was just about to bring it up, yeah. That's the only time I ever got...
Was he, just recent on Death Battle, or...?
No, it was a while back. It was a death battle between, Dan and a Hercule.
Okay. Yeah, it's like I have not kept up with Death Battle.
Oh, wait.
Sorry about that. My father-in-law was talking to me, but right on time though. So now we have another new yokai. So meet Grumples.
Now this is some nightmare fuel.
Grumples
right?
is a rank B yokai from the Erie tribe, fittingly enough. She is a bulky and fast spirit attacker. So Grumples, as you can, is a very, very old yokai. She is many millennia old, and as you can see by her wrinkly skin. As such, she has the power to make anything wrinkly. be it from that that one piece of paper that you left in your backpack to your face.
Huh.
She causes wrinkles. Though a little bit more devious than that, though. So the staff she's carrying, that's the source of her power. That staff can suck the youth out of people, and it adds to her own. Though she's literally so old, it hardly ever means much. All it does is make other people wrinkly and old.
Huh. Interesting.
And you were saying that one fish yokai with a knife is scary. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I think this yokai takes the cake for me. I'm sorry.
Well, you're comparing a snake with a knife to Hocus Pocus.
Yeah. And?
Hocus Pocus isn't scary.
Well, okay, yeah, right. Okay, Hocus Pocus the movie, yeah, that's not a scary movie, alright? But it's like, oh, wait. Goddammit, more yokai.
Yep, so the next new yokai.
Hey, I remember you, asshole.
Yeah, though this is an interesting one. This is a weak yokai that they put into a late game area, so hardly anyone's ever going to want to use them. But nonetheless, meet Dushu.
I thought it was Dashu.
Nope, it's Dushu. Dushu is a rank D yokai from the Mysterious Tribe. He's a fast spirit attacker. Now, I've heard two things about Dushu, in terms of his powers. One is that he just gives people colds. That's it.
Isn't there already a yokai that makes people sick?
Not specifically colds. Like, there's cough, which makes people cough. There's, snotsalong right there that makes people have runny noses, but never necessarily a straight-up cold.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's the thing, though. The game says, he just gives people colds, but he's always been kind of vague about it. In the anime, and this is what I don't like bringing up the anime powers that often, but I think this is what I find interesting, because I think the game kind of alludes to it. In the anime, it brings up more specifically that Dushu's power is not to give people colds, but to make people think that they have a cold. You ever have those instances where you feel like you're sick, but then you take your temperature or do whatever and you're not actually sick? You just feel like it? Yeah, that's about it.
Oh, so basically Dushu is possessing Brandon, and Brandon is thinking he has a cold.
Well, no, I think he actually has a cold. Of course, that could still be Dushu for all we know. Like I said, it's very vague on whether or not he actually can give you a cold, or if he just makes you think you have a cold.
Right. Well, either way, Dushu, stop possessing Brandon. Come on.
Krampus.
I'm sorry, Danny. It's just those eyes that give me the chills.
Those sunken eyes. And it looks like she's chewing on cod. Anyway, the next new yokai. So this yokai is another one that actually that goes very deep into Japanese mythology. Anybody who's played Okami may recognize this name. Meet Benkei.
Benkei.
Benkei is a rank B yokai from the Brave Tribe. He's a physical attacker with a lot of bulk. So Benkei is described as a warrior who when he was alive would challenge people, and whenever he would beat them, he would take their weapon. And after death, he looks like a closet because he's closeting all those weapons. He has 999 different swords from all of his previous victories.
Oh wow!
I think there's even a Yu-Gi-Oh card or something based off of this guy,
and
it's and he's got a ridiculously devastating effect too if you don't get rid of him real fast.
Yeah, Benkei is I forget the myth specifically. If I recall correctly, wasn't he some kind of Little John parallel, like Robin Hood's Little John parallel in some kind of Japanese myth?
It's been a really long time since I've played Okami, so I don't quite remember off the top of my head, but that does sound familiar.
Yeah, I know for a fact there was a character named Benkei in the game Okami.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. And he was a character who also had a lot of weapons. He just carried on him. But that's pretty much Benkei's thing. Again, another one that doesn't necessarily possess people to do anything. He just challenges them, and then when he
takes their
beats them,
shit.
Takes their weapon. Yep. Of course, nowadays we're in the modern day era. No one really fights with swords anymore, so kind of awkward. Anyway.
Hey, do you want to see my katana collection?
I have it all.
You nerd!
I have it all right here inside me.
No, seriously, sushi can be. God,
Sushi.
what was that? What was that weeaboo yokai?
Sushiyama.
Sushiyama. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's like no shit. Yeah, Sushiyama would be all over that.
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
But man, he's bulky as hell.
Yeah, he's literally like a giant, like he's like a giant
closet full of weapons.
He's a wardrobe, specifically, I guess. We got some Beauty and the Beast shit going on here,
right? While we're at it, let's have some dancing candles, like some silverware running around.
Oh god, you know what that reminds me? So have you guys seen like the live action trailer for that new live action Beauty and the Beast movie?
Yeah, I have.
That's fucking terrifying. Like looking at all the cutlery characters.
Yeah, it's like I mean, I want to see it, but partially because of the Disney. Hang on.
Benkei!
Okay. Out of all the Disney movies that involve like Disney princesses and such, Beauty and the Beast is by far my favorite. So this is probably where I'm gonna maybe be like really overly picky and everything. I really do not want to see live action Beauty and the Beast end up like live action Cinderella and just being, really disappointing. So
okay, real quickly. So this lady, this one specific random NPC, you want to talk to her. If you do, she'll open up something new for you to do with that random golden egg in downtown Springdale. You can now rub the golden egg once a day. Once every real-time day. I know it's super random. There's nothing telling you that to be able to do this. You just have to, by happenstance, just randomly talk to that one random NPC, who, may I add, is just a random NPC. Does not look important, it just looks like all other NPCs. But talking to her activates that event, and you want to activate that event. Trust me.
okay.
It's super random, I know, but it's a thing that you can do. Anyway, so we have another yokai here, but it looks like Blah-Belong, but it's not. This is Bananas.
Hence the nose.
And he doesn't talk much because he's a banana. Bananas don't talk much.
Okay.
Have you ever tried conversating with a banana before? Kind of short-lived.
What? Oh god! It's like, hey, have you seen my pajamas?
Motherfucker! I forgot that TV show even existed. Bananas and pajamas.
That was a show. Yeah,
that was like my shit when I was a little kid.
Right?
Wait, which show was this?
Bananas and pajamas.
Oh, I remember that. I never watched it, but I remembered it being a thing.
Well, you're probably too old to watch it when it was on, because Brian and I were little kids.
It was like Teletubbies back in the day.
Yeah. Anyway, so the last yokai of this episode, Ilu.
Ilu?
Ilu is a rank C yokai from the Mysterious Tribe. So this is Elu's brother that I brought up before. Elu is a little more powerful than Elu. So remember, Elu only created hazes. Elu can straight up create illusions.
Huh.
I forgot to mention he's a pretty hard-hitting spirit attacker. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, so Elu can just straight up create illusions. Make people think that they're seeing something that isn't actually there. Like, have you ever had those? Yeah, like, have you ever had those moments where you're just looking around, like, kind of dazing off, and then you randomly see something, but then you look away, and you have to take like a double take, and then it's not there anymore.
Yes,
kind of just playing tricks on your eyes.
Hello. Ho, ho, ho.
I love the hooting at the end.
Because I'm an old owl, you see.
In any which case, that will do it for this party yokai watch, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next time as we continue to befriend even more new yokai. We'll see you all then.
Yay!